Imagine owning a tool, going to work, and then suddenly watching it sink straight to the bottom of a river. Not a phone, not a wallet, an iron axe head. In ancient times, that wasn't a small problem. It was a disaster. And what happens next might be one of the strangest miracles in the entire Bible. A miracle so ordinary, most people completely miss its power. The story is found in 2 Kings 6. A group of prophets were building a larger place to live. The community was growing, and they needed more space, so they headed to the Jordan River to cut down trees. Everyone was working. Everyone had a job to do. Then suddenly, crack! One man's axe head flew off the handle. He watched helplessly as it splashed into the water and disappeared beneath the surface. Immediately, panic set in. The man cried out, "Oh no, my master!" It was borrowed. Notice what he was worried about. Not embarrassment, not inconvenience, debt. That axe didn't belong to him, and replacing it would have been extremely difficult. To many people, this would seem like a tiny problem. After all, people were sick, nations were at war, there were bigger issues in the world. Why would God care about a lost axe? But that's exactly what makes this story so powerful. The prophet Elisha walked over and asked a simple question. Where did it fall? The man pointed to the spot. Elisha cut a stick, threw it into the water, and then something impossible happened. The iron axe head floated. Iron, one of the heaviest materials they worked with, floating on water, not because of science, not because of luck, because God intervened. Elisha then told the man, "Pick it up," and the problem was solved, just like that. At first glance, this miracle seems small. No armies defeated, no seas parted, no fire from heaven, just a lost tool. But maybe that's the point. Because God didn't only show up for kings, He didn't only intervene during national crises. He cared about the problem that nobody else would have considered important. A borrowed axe head, a worried worker, an ordinary day. And that's where many people miss the lesson. We often think our problems are too small to bring to God, too ordinary, too insignificant, too personal. But this story says otherwise. If God cared about a lost axe head, maybe He cares about the thing keeping you awake tonight, the bill you're worried about, the opportunity you lost, the relationship that's falling apart, the burden you've convinced yourself is too small to mention. The floating axe head wasn't really about iron. It was about God's attention, a reminder that nothing is beneath His notice. Nothing is too small for His concern. And sometimes, the smallest miracles reveal the biggest truths, because the God who can make iron float can also lift the weight you've been carrying. And that's the miracle hidden beneath the surface.